Kaiza,
Yes.
man, I've been waiting to get you on this podcast for a while. I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad to be here, man. Thanks for inviting me today.
Nice. This is I believe, the perfect week.
Yeah.
And the perfect time frame.
I'm going to keep my glasses on if you don't mind.
All right. You can keep them on. I think it's the GME money speaking.
We're going to go there right away.
Oh, man. We quite a few things we want to discuss today.
Let's go.
First and foremost, we got to talk about GME, AMC.
Yeah.
And the short selling of that. And then we got to talk about Jeff Bezos stepping down as the CEO of Amazon. I mean, you're a guy in the
e-commerce
space, stock trading. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're pretty much in all these other things.
Yeah.
So I think you might have a lot of insight on this. And Malvin Capital losing money on their shows. Mm-hmm. I want to talk about that. I'm sure you got a lot to say about that. We're going to touch more on the silver run.
Yeah.
That's happening. And I think Marin Katusa has been the number one guy that I have been following for quite some time now.
Okay.
That has been deep into the silver business. Mm-hmm. And I was shocked and wanted to see what his response was after this whole silver run happened.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm interested in. Real estate in Vancouver, how is that going to be affected with everybody working from home?
Absolutely.
Another thing, 9 to 5. I know you're a big guy who hates 9 to 5.
I mean, I love a lot of people who do 9 to 5. I just
don't like 9 to 5.
I just don't like the idea behind 9 to 5.
Right. So you, I know you're pretty big on that. You practice it. You preach it to each and everybody that every time you get a chance.
Absolutely.
So I cannot wait to hear you speak about it. Now, first and foremost, who's Kaiza?
Yeah. Kaiza is an entrepreneur. I call myself a serial entrepreneur.
Right.
Got my hands in a lot of things.
Nice.
Over the years.
Right.
From 9 to 5 survival to, self-employed.
Nice.
Creating businesses. And back into the entrepreneur space.
Right.
And I believe in, networking with people like yourself.
Right.
Always learning more about real estate, stock market, FOREX trading.
Right.
And e-commerce. Come on.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Nice. I haven't got into the e-commerce part yet, but I know you're gonna tell me more about it.
I mean, you gotta sell something. Oh, you gotta be sold.
People are buying everything. Everybody's at home, so people are buying and people are selling things. And now Amazon has simplified a lot of that.
Absolutely.
E-commerce, Shopify has done quite a bit. So it's looking. What do you call it? The sky is clear for takeoff.
Yes.
Nice. So GME AMC stock.
Before we get into that, you said you're an entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
So, and you don't like this idea of a 9 to 5. So I'm guessing you probably have a lot of businesses going, right?
That's right.
It would be nice to let the people know, what kind of businesses you do or what you deal with.
Yeah.
So they can get an idea of,
I mean, when I look, I don't just call myself an entrepreneur. You just made myself an entrepreneur. But my mom made me an entrepreneur in the fact that, she made me go, sell milk in the restaurants before going to school in the morning. And my dad would give me a ride and drop me in the restaurant. And I'll sell, like 5-10 liters of milk.
Right.
So and then she'll give me money from that. So I learned quite a bit.
Wait, you got paid for selling milk for the family?
Yeah, I got paid.
Dude, I used to sell ice cream. I never got paid nothing.
Well, if I needed new shoes, I'll be asked how much sales you made. So
nice.
That's how I found myself in sales, right? Even my first job here in Vancouver was, a business to business sales.
Nice.
And so I got my hands in business in real estate, FOREX trading, done e-commerce. Right now we're running On Black Fashion. If you go to onblackfashion.com, it's black owned, inspired. And so we're trying to support, the black brands in that way with the On Black Fashion. I got my hands in the real estate. We do wholesaling real estate as well. back in the States as well. And that's pretty much keep learning more and networking more people like Dila and learn how to escape the 9 to 5.
I'm not a fan of 9 to 5. Yeah. I'm not a fan of 9 to 5. Does that answer the question, Dougie?
Yeah, that's pretty much. We'll keep all the links in the description.
Yeah.
To all the businesses he does below, so
absolutely
you'll be able to get more information.
Yeah.
On what he does in the description below.
I also do mentorship, like one-on-one mentorship in terms of day trading.
Okay.
For forex trading, crypto trading, and all that.
Right, that's pretty big. And actually, I'm taking a play from your book.
Yeah.
With respect to mentorship, a lot of people have been asking me to do that. I think you've been one of the other guys that has been pushing people towards my way. Yeah. Say, hey, you want to know about this? Go talk to Dilla. So now I'm finding myself having to try to mentor a lot of people with respect to finance, banking, investment.
Yeah.
We'll talk about TFSA, RSP.
Yeah, Fidelity. Man.
By the way, I mentioned Fidelity. You guys got to send me a check for this.
Man, I saw that.
And a lot of people, Mackenzie. We also, there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things going on with that. But if anybody's looking for mentorship, insurance, and investment, simple investing, same thing you would do, putting money into your savings account or your TFSA or RSP. Come talk to me. I'll direct you to the right places of how you should do it a more tax efficient way, and how you can save yourself, how you can insure yourself the right way. Please reach out to me. You can DM me from my IG. It will be on the description below. So just go down on the video and you will see all the links for his businesses and everything else. Now, I have a question.
Yes.
We were having a drink one day and you were speaking Korean.
Yeah. I said.
How did that happen? You shocked me and the Korean people that was across the table. So tell me more about that. How did you come about to speak Korean?
So I spent about 5 years in South Korea.
North Korea, South Korea.
South Korea, man. Okay. You don't mess up with North Korea.
Right.
I think you need a special visa or something to go there.
Nice.
So yeah, I did my first degree there, and I was involved. I got a scholarship to be a part of the school. I played in a college ball.
Nice.
In South Korea, so I was able to learn the language, and that's
5 years.
That was my experience. Yeah, life is fast there. I got to learn a lot.
Pretty fast.
Yeah, about the Asian culture and all that.
Nice. You speak English. Can you move around?
Yeah, you still can.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Nice.
Can. So, let's talk about GME.
Okay, don't ask me if I bought GME. Okay?
Right.
Because I'm not new in this game.
Right.
And I tell you one thing for sure. People who bought GME, they either have a beef with Wall Street.
Right.
Or they have no clue how this game works. Those are two criteria.
Right.
You got to get yourself into GME stocks.
Right.
All right. So when the stock went up, of course the buzz, and of course it creates the FOMO.
Right. Fear of missing out.
Yes. That's what is driving out everything in terms of buying.
Right.
And so I did not get into it.
No.
And I'm glad I did not.
Okay.
Did you?
No.
I gotta make sure. Right?
I did not get into GME or AMC. Mm-hmm. I stayed out of it because, I mean, to a point, I wish I did just play a little bit.
Yeah. For fun.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
But, I mean, I didn't. I stayed out of it.
Yeah.
I stayed out of it. Well, what's your take on it?
My take is if you want to play big,
right,
you need I follow fundamental kind of principles.
Right.
You need to be big or have done big research. So you need to be capital big to play big.
Right.
Or you have researched big to play big.
Right.
There's no exception on this.
Right.
Otherwise, you'll be just driven to wherever this wave is going. When you look at what's happening with GME,
Right.
it's say, okay, since everybody's, got into all, talking about let's buy.
Right.
And everybody got on that ride, right, with Reddit.
Wall Street bets.
Wall Street bets.
YOLO.
On Reddit.
They had a YOLO moment going on.
Exactly.
And man, that was just insane.
In
I
1
was
week,
watching
right?
this.
In 1 week.
Right.
That was like the only news on the street. That was,
It had to be, because this thing went from $15
Yes.
all the way to because in 2019 when what's this guy
Deep fucking value.
Yeah.
he went in
Yeah.
$53,000
And he bought a lot,
when it was about $4.50 a share. He went in
Yeah.
and he held. So I'm not sure if he sold when it was high and collected his profits.
No, he sold and he took some profits.
Right, and he showed it.
Yeah.
No, he didn't show. He just took the profits.
Right.
And then he kept on holding. So he made his money back and all
Plus.
All
right.
Because at the peak of the stock, it was at 394.
I thought it was 450.
No, around 394. That's when he sold.
Okay, when he sold.
Yeah. So
Okay.
He sold at that point.
Still the best shot.
Yeah, and so he kept bit of his position.
A lot of
and
money.
he's still holding.
He's still holding, but he took profit off it. That's amazing. I would have shot it once. Because the thing is, once when you look at the market and when it reaches that peak,
Yeah.
where Elon Musk has already said something about it, and other people already say something
Yeah.
about it, and it's stayed stagnant into that area for more than 2 to 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm shorting it because that's the highest it has gone and it will ever go.
Well, for the normal civilian person coming out of Reddit with the
Right.
buzz of that fear of missing out,
Right.
it's not gonna know when to stop.
You stop when it's 3 months, like 3 days on a week between Tuesday and Thursday. If it was, any 3 days, whether it's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but
Yeah.
for a prolonged period of 3 days,
Yeah.
a stock that's being pumped by the social media.
Yeah.
If it stays stagnant for 3 days, if I had position in it,
Yeah.
I'm selling.
Absolutely.
Because what's going to fall is just the fall down.
Absolutely.
That's going to fall after that.
Absolutely. But the way you have to look at it, you have to look at how this was happening. It was like the time when it's, Christmas and New Year's and
Right.
Thanksgiving. Everybody's in the mood to buy.
Right.
Buyers always buy.
Right. Buyers always buy. That's true.
Buyers always buy.
That's true.
And that was what was happening, a week ago. Everybody wanted to buy, wasn't a piece of that, right?
I hear you.
And when it became stagnant, a buyer is expecting to go higher.
They're ridiculous.
Right? So
It's a very stupid thing to do.
how much is the stock
It's
today?
ridiculous.
How much is the stock today?
Last time I checked, it was just before the
$63.
$63. It went down $10.
Before a guy here was $83.
So between 3 hours, it went down $20.
$20.
So that is ridiculous.
And guess what? And what's the message right now on Reddit? On the
meat.
The meat back is on the
meat
table.
is back on the table. So time to eat again. So they want to pump it back again.
And here's what you don't understand.
Right.
When you do, stupid shit like that,
Right.
based on a formula,
On a form, yeah.
is that the big guys don't lose.
No.
When you go right now and buy a 63, they're gonna buy.
Right.
They're gonna go with you.
That's the thing that people need to understand, especially people that are trying to tell the world we are sticking it to the hedge funds and
Yeah.
Wall Street.
Yeah.
You are not.
You
They have people hired there watching you, what you do. And trust me, because you guys have to buy stuff and you're using their brokerage.
Yeah.
I can see these orders coming in. You understand? I'm going to follow the wave. I'm going to get my surfing board.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the wave.
Absolutely.
You understand? So these people saying they're sticking to the hedge funds, they're not. The hedge funds are on the same positions as you guys. They're gonna, when you are pumping it, So
they'll be making money. Either way.
They're collecting commission off you for putting position on your behalf.
And the spreads.
And at the same time, they're going to ride the wave.
Absolutely.
I'm going to buy too. And once it reaches the peak, I can see the sales come in.
Yeah.
I'm going to sell too.
Yeah.
You understand? I think SEC, Stock Exchange Commission, I mean, I don't know how old these guys are, but man, they can't keep up with what's happening right now, especially with this frequency trading. And it's ridiculous. They cannot, the regulators cannot keep up. Mm-hmm. And speaking of the regulators, explain this to me.
Yeah.
I did speak. There were more short sellers than buyers for the GME stock and AMC. For example, the GME stock was short 140%.
Yes.
So there were 40% more shorts, meaning sell options, than there were stocks available.
Yeah. Let me put it this way, is that the way the regulation is made up is to cover the big guys.
But it makes no sense.
It makes sense in this way.
All right.
You can only borrow stocks if you are shorting it.
Right.
Okay?
Yes.
Without buying it.
Right.
But you cannot borrow stock if you're buying. Okay? And that's how these, the FOMO missing out people, they're going to lose their money. It's because they are the buyers. The regulations are not set to protect the buyers.
Protect the buyers.
The regulations are set to protect the bearish.
I mean,
the short.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
That's what I say. You gotta understand the game, or of that you want to go big, play big, or do big research.
Yeah. By the way, so when people are talking about shorting, for the GME stock example, there were 40% more short sold. We would call it naked short.
Yeah, because
selling when and let me explain. Naked short is when you borrow a stock.
Yeah.
Let's say there's 100 of those, but there are people who are selling that stock. Let's say there were 100 shares. They are available at the company, but there are 140 being sold. Now, where are they creating these 40% more stocks? Out of thin air. This is called naked short selling.
Yeah.
But this is ridiculous. Now, how do you cover stocks that do not exist? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? Like, it makes no sense. The regulator should ban this. Mm-hmm. Like, how do you make money on something that does not exist?
It's I mean, the whole system, you gotta understand, even if you go to the bank today and borrow money, they're literally writing a paper.
Right.
It's
a bunch of numbers, zeros and ones.
It's a bunch of numbers. So it's the same principle with with the stock. You can borrow stocks that do not exist.
Right. So
apparently, and shorten them in case if you're going to shorten them.
Right.
But if you're buying them, you're not.
You're betting on something that does not exist.
Exactly. So that's why the big guys cannot even lose money, because they
understand.
They borrowed more to shorten it
than what was actually available. So
when you buy, they're gonna go with you and still make more money.
Of course. Now watch this. So brokers, what they would do in terms of the shorting.
Yeah.
Let me explain that. Bring the camera close. So now, when short sellers are shorting the stock, they go to the brokerage and they say, I need you to lend me stocks.
Yeah.
Now, brokerages don't own stocks. Buyers who bought stocks own those stocks. Now, if those stocks are reading within a particular brokerage, they can lend them to short sellers.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So they lend
it.
Your stock that you have on your phone. You're like, I have this stock.
Yeah.
Somebody else borrowed that stock from the brokerage you're using.
Yeah, that's good.
And then is lending it
Yeah.
to somebody else. Now, when you placed a position,
Yeah.
they took a commission from that. When they're borrowing this stock
Yeah.
to the short sellers,
Yeah.
they're taking a commission off that. Do you understand?
So they're eating on both sides.
They're eating on both sides on one stock for the buyer and the seller. You know what I mean? The crazy part is they would borrow your stock and they would not even pay you a penny for it.
No.
Isn't that freaking insane? Like, so what you can do,
Yeah.
and anybody that owns stock that do not want the brokerage you're using to lend it towards the short sellers against you, the buyer, what you can do is you can call your brokerage or send them an email and you can tell them, I do not want you to lend my stock. Period. And they can't do that. Just send them an email.
Wow.
You can do that. So now that's another way of preventing people from, big companies from shorting a stock. So if you're buying it long or you bought it short still, call your brokerage, let them know you do not want your stocks that you own within their brokerage to be lent to short sellers.
That's because you never had the time to read the contract when you're...
No, again, as you say, a lot of people are going with the... I have a lot of people, I ask them, so tell me about this. People telling me about stocks. I'm like, okay, what does this company do?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I don't know, man. People are talking about it. Oh, you bought based on what people... Are you crazy? Are you ridiculously... Like, sometimes I feel like calling people out, like... But I'm like, I gotta be polite.
Yeah.
You have to explain. When you try to explain them, they're like, oh, you probably a short seller.
Well,
So,
I hope like anybody listening to this or watching this like
Right.
could understand how the stock market works, and from what you're explaining,
right.
if you really like against Wall Street, if you're really like against want to join the red group into trying to stop the big hedge funds, that's your real option. Hey, call your broker.
Yeah. Call your brokerage. Call your broker. Tell them, hey, I don't want you to lend my stock to short seller.
But keep buying. Keep buying it. It does not really like help.
I mean, but that's the thing. People need to understand what they're buying into.
Yeah.
When you're buying into a frenzy like what's been happening with GME,
Yeah.
play within your limits. I have a guy in one of the groups, one of my groups that banking and finance. One of the group I have on WhatsApp. We share information every day with respect to the markets and everything else.
It's a great group.
We have a guy there came out. I mean, he was too emotional about GME stock, and I did not understand why this guy was being too emotional about this stock.
Yeah.
And I kept telling him, I think you pointed it out a few things, and he was getting mad. Oh, let's take it to them. I'm like, dude, this is not a Reddit forum. You can go to Reddit forum. What we're doing here is completely different. What we're doing here, we're giving out an overall look on the general market.
Absolutely.
From short sellers, long holders, and everybody in between, and day traders.
Yeah. Now, I don't want to cut you short, but I want to know the story about Robinhood cutting on, stopping traders. My man, I need to hear that.
So, Steve,
a little bit of that.
Steve, you were following up on this.
Why did Robinhood,
Yeah, so these companies like Robinhood, Simple Trade, they have companies that are in between that clear the which is a clearing company basically, and the clearing company for Robinhood was NSCC, which is under the DTCC. So basically, these guys apparently called Robinhood around 3 a.m. on the night when the stock reached the highest, which was
are these guys mafias or the actual regulators?
Like every company, even like Fidelity has their own clearing company that they
Yeah.
And some companies tend to use their own clearing companies, like Fidelity.
Right.
They have their own clearing company.
Yeah.
Right?
They're too big.
Yeah, that's their own clearing company.
Yeah, but they manage about 2.6, 2.58, 2.6 trillion dollars in Canada.
Yeah, so basically the NSCC offers multilateral netting, allowing brokers to offset the buy and sell positions into single payment obligations, you know?
Yeah.
So around that time, like the day when the stock reached the highest, they got a phone call around 3 a.m. and they were told that they have to pay around $3 billion.
$3 billion. So
wait a minute. Who called them? Where are you getting this information from?
So he was in a he was on this app called Clubhouse.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody knows it by now. It's it's really buzzing. It's a really popular app.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk was asking him a few questions.
Right.
Concerning why the people are not allowed to buy the stocks.
Yeah.
They had momentum. If you were keeping up with the news, the stock was just going. It was going.
Yeah.
Then at that day, all of a sudden, people couldn't buy any stocks, and people were wondering what's happening.
Yeah.
Who stopped the people from buying stocks? So when Robinhood was demanded to pay around $3 billion, they couldn't pay it. They had to limit stop the people from buying the stocks. And then the stocks just started going down because people only had the option to sell the stock at the time, right? But they couldn't purchase it. And then after a while, they said, "Okay, if you can't pay $3 billion, we need $1.4 billion." So
this was the guy from GME or Robinhood.
No. This is the guy from NSCC.
So they position themselves as technically they're regulators, or for the.
Wait a minute, these are hedge funds.
No. This is the guy from NSCC.
Well, I wouldn't call them hedge funds, but I think they're getting paid by the hedge funds. That's why you cannot win with these big guys.
I think there's somebody.
Yeah, paying them to say, "Do your job."
Yeah, because they're doing investigation at the moment.
Yeah,
because people want to find out who was behind that call.
Exactly.
Right.
Who made the call, or who gave the authority.
Yeah,
to demand that amount of money.
I gotta take this dude to cockpit and tell him about this.
Yeah, so I mean, until we can find out who gave the call to do that.
Right.
Look, like end of the day,
right?
These guys were asked, "How can you manage the volatility?" Even though they are just brokers,
do they have money to cover it up?
Exactly, right?
They didn't have the money.
No, they didn't have the money, but. End of the day, they have to assure that people are going crazy with this volatility.
Can you afford it?
Can you afford what's happened? Or anything could happen. People could lose money. As a broker, you have to take, kind of like an ethical precautions of, yes, you have a platform. You could care less of what people do on the platform, but ethically, you're supposed to be held accountable.
Yeah, because he had two options.
Yeah.
It was either him as the company to lose, or the customers to lose.
Exactly.
So he picked the customers to lose.
Of course.
God damn.
So that didn't really stand on his,
And guess who the most customer were from Reddit?
Robinhood.
Exactly.
So much for sticking it to the Wall Street.
Let's move on.
You mentioned this before. Even on the group, we say, "Yo, listen, Wall Street never loses.
Never lose.
Listen, the casino always wins. Even when you take money home, it always wins.
It's a clean. They let you win.
It's a system. It's a system that
tell me one thing I do not understand. The wealthy, top wealth man on the planet is retiring, right?
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. Why is he walking away?
So
all of a sudden.
No. Well,
is he angry that Elon Musk is coming too fast?
Well, I don't know. I really don't know, but I think he's back on top. Jeff Bezos back at the top, right?
Steve,
he's currently at the top right now.
Okay, so
but they interchange a lot because Tesla is booming.
Yeah,
so
right. Now
anything could change overnight. Right. So
that's insane. So I don't know what he's going to be doing next.
Yeah,
I would like to watch what he's going to be doing next.
Do you think Jeff Bezos is actually moving towards real estate as a form of business in terms of instead of really just e-commerce?
He already does. He's like the new Apple. You know, one thing he's doing, he's taking a lot of towns. For example, right across from my apartment, you see they have new West. I believe it's the West Coast. Amazon headquarters. If don't quote me on that, I could be wrong. But they got enough money to suspend services for the postal service.
So they can build that thing.
They move the postal service from their own building. It's a federal organization. Give them some money. I don't know.
Yeah.
They took the building and they're building up. You can see it's insane. It's going to be a crazy building.
Bro, for me, I think just, Amazon should have just stuck to e-commerce, man. There is, if they're really moving into real estate, they have lost the game.
No.
The future of real estate does not look good.
No.
It does not look good.
No, people are still need places to live.
Yeah.
For example, Canada takes in about, I think, 300,000 people a year, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. New immigrants that are coming in.
Yeah.
So that is also another platform revenue.
Two things you need to consider, though, when you talk about real estate. Mm-hmm. We only need real estate for two reasons.
Right.
Because of our jobs.
Right.
That requires us to be in a certain location.
Right.
With COVID and lockdown and whatever, how the future is being formed out.
Right.
That won't be the case for a long time.
You think so?
I don't, yeah.
No,
that's how I say
here's the thing.
People still need a place. I'm not saying, but people need to be, not to be stuck in one place.
Yes.
I don't need to be stuck in Vancouver.
A lot of the migration that's happening right now, family outgrowing the cities. If they live in the cities, they're outgrowing the cities. They need more backyard moving around.
Yeah.
They're moving to places like Langley.
Yeah.
You can't, Surrey is getting expensive as hell now.
Yeah.
So is Coquitlam. So is Poco. You can, they got Vancouver prices there.
That's because we're still locked down. We're still locked in, man. Just wait after COVID.
Right.
When the borders are open. When my job does not require me to be in the office.
Right. Because now it's easier and cheaper for the companies to have you work from home.
From home. That means I could be in Mexico. The second reason I need real estate is from the family. If I have kids, going to school, I don't want to change them. Now the school is moving online.
Right.
So I don't see the basis of real estate.
By the way, do you understand? A lot of these universities here rely on foreign students to come and study in Canada. This country, we have 3 hours time difference from the West Coast to the East Coast. 3 hours time difference.
Yeah.
But check this. There's only 37 million people, if maybe 40.
Yeah.
The whole of Canada. We got almost the same land, if not bigger than the United States. They got 300, 400 million people plus.
Yeah.
We got 38. We have 10% of their population.
Down here.
Can we add another 10 minutes?
5 minutes will be good, bro.
Okay. All right. So, Jeff Bezos stepping down and Mr. Andy Jassy
is coming in. What is his take on Amazon? What do you think? Where is he going? Robotics?
So, they're already onto that. I think they're probably going to do a joint venture with
the Phoenix company?
No, Boston Dynamics. Because they got a lot of money. They got a lot of money from the military, the army.
Yeah, those guys be paying too much.
Those guys are good. And another thing is, what do you think? Should by the way, Andy Jassy, he's am I saying Andy Jassy? Andy Jassy. So this guy
of AWS.
Yes, Amazon Web Services. He is the person and the CEO of the Amazon web-based services, AWS.
Yeah.
This is the cloud-based services that Amazon offers.
That's a brilliant idea.
It's a freaking smart idea. And this guy, I think, has been with Amazon since 1997 or 95. Wow. So he understands Jeff Bezos pretty well, understands everybody else inside Amazon pretty well. So I think he's going to do good. By the way, AWS, the Amazon Web Services, the cloud services, brings in about $40 billion a year revenue.
Wow.
$40 billion a year revenue. It's amazing. They got contracts, I think, from a lot of private companies and security, I think, and some government departments.
Yeah.
So it's going to be insane. Now, a lot of people now need to, if you got time, and I need you people viewers to look into this guy called Baron Katusa if you want to know more about silver. I think he's the person I know that knows more about silver.
Is silver still going up, Steve?
Silver?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I think it's holding, or?
Oh man, I did not trade that.
You stayed away from it?
Completely.
I remember if you guys follow Warren Buffett or watched a few of his videos, he was speaking on silver, gold, buying gold as opposed to buying land.
Yeah.
He said, "Why will I buy gold? It just sits there. It does nothing.
Yeah.
But I'd rather buy land.
Yeah, and build on something.
Build on something, or cultivate, or build crops,
Yeah.
or do whatever,
Yeah.
rather than buying a piece of metal.
Yeah.
It just sits there and does nothing." So I don't really see why people, will go into
For
the
silver.
silver or gold rush, whatever.
What do you think?
It didn't make any sense.
FOMO.
FOMO. Yeah.
FOMO.
But there's nothing. Is there anything we can get a hold on silver?
Not right now.
No?
No, I really don't think so.
Yeah,
I really don't think so.
either.
And I want to talk more about Andy Jassy.
Yeah.
Andy Jassy, this guy is a genius. Harvard educated. Known for the AWS and Amazon Music.
Mm-hmm.
He found AWS and Amazon Music. Net worth about $440 million as of February 21st. Okay?
Yeah.
This guy is just like going in there. He's also the chairman of Rainer Prep, a charter school in Seattle.
You think he's a good replacement for Bezos?
I don't know how he's wired, but given the fact that he created a business that generates $40 billion a year, yes, I think it's going to be amazing. He's also one of the minority owners of the Seattle Kraken of the National Hockey League. Jassy had this is I'm reading from this Wikipedia information. So Jassy has led since its inception. AWS its inception 2003. He will replace Jeff Bezos, CEO of Amazon, in the third quarter of 2021. Bezos will become executive chairman.
Yeah, by July.
So, I mean, this guy's rap shit is just impressive. It's just impressive.
That's really insane. With that being said, I think having Kaiza on the show was a really great experience.
Appreciate.
You gave the people a lot of insight, a lot of wisdom, knowledge, and we'd love to have you back.
Awesome, love it.
And further in upcoming episodes.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was a pleasure having you here.
Appreciate it. Maybe next time we can trade live.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
We can do live trading.
That'd be nice.
We
We
can go
can
live.
do some of what's the other Jamaican trader? What's his name?
Is he trade FOREX? Or
He trades
stocks?
FOREX.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it next time. But to our viewers, thank you for being with us. Please subscribe, push the like button. It helps with the algorithm.
Yeah.
I would like to thank Kaiza, young CEO. His social media platform links will be down below, just below the video here. Also, his website for the e-commerce business he has
on blackfashion.com.
on Black Fashion.
Yeah.
And then you can DM him for one-on-one mentorship, as he mentioned. And at the same time, you can DM me for any of your one-on-one mentorship needs. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like. We're looking forward to seeing you for the next episode.
Peace.
Nice.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace out.